So a little bit of an explanation, I guess, before we get into the actual speed paint of this video, about kind of the creation of this character and like what the kind of origin story, I guess, is of why I made this character up. So I was talking to some of my friends one day, and like in a big 10-person group chat that we have, and one of my friends, Matthew, actually asked me, hey Aaron, can you make me a character? And I was like, I mean, sure. And of course all my characters like are superheroes, so he kind of was basically asking, could I make a superhero of him? And so, I mean, I was like, yeah, of course. So I asked him a few specifications about like just basic questions like did he want a superhero suit or not, or just like casual clothing? Did he want or what powers did he want, and you know, just kind of the generic stuff. And he gave me all that, and yeah, we came up with a superhero name, and this is the result. And I'll be honest, I am a lot happier than I was originally expecting. I'm a lot happier with the end result than I was originally expecting. So without further ado, let's get into this and have some fun. So the drawing process of this was actually, a few of the things were kind of difficult to come up with and kind of get right. First of all, like Matthew, of course, has darker skin, and so I had to get kind of the right skin tone for that. And this was one of the first times I'd ever tried doing this kind of hairstyle. Matthew's hairstyle is like, he's got kind of shorter sides and back, and then like a bunch of curly hair on the top. And curly hair is very difficult, I'll be honest. It's kind of strange to kind of like get all the correct shapes, and then the shading was a little bit difficult, but overall I'm pretty pleased with how the actual like curly hairstyle came out. And then so Matthew told me he wanted just casual clothing for his character, and the superhero's name, of course, is Mach 7, and that's the reason behind that is because Matthew and I are both runners. We run for the same team, but Matthew is always like Matthew's always been faster than me, so he said he wanted super speed and super strength, so kind of two very I guess generic superpowers, but when combined they're actually like really good. And so so he wanted super speed and super strength, and so I came up with the name Mach 7. I kind of like looked up like good super speed superhero names and whatever, and came up with that. And so Matthew agreed that was a good one, and so we just kind of went along with that. And I have actually come up with an origin story, or like a backstory for this character, and he is officially part of my superhero universe. So yeah, so I'll be integrating him probably with a few of my superheroes, I guess. But so I've named the character Matthew. I've named the character Matthew because, you know, I'm not good with coming up with names and stuff. But so he was a runner. Trying to think of how I went with this. He was a runner, and he was trying to find something that would kind of help him run faster. And if you guys know anything about running, there's a substance called Biofreeze. I won't put a picture up because copyright, but basically it's like a version of Icy Hot, like a liquid version, and you rub it on sore muscles or just muscles in general, and it kind of gets a really cold, it gets really cold, and like basically freezes your muscles until they burn. And that forces, and they don't actually freeze your muscles because like that would be dangerous, but like they freeze, they get really cold, and it forces, the extreme cold forces red blood cells to the like cold area, so that actually starts, and the red blood cells going to that area to kind of warm it up also forces the muscles, the sore muscles, to heal quicker, and so it kind of relieves pain, and it's like really good for using, it's really good to use for running, or I guess working out in general, really. So the way I imagined it is this character was looking for a substance kind of like that, but more powerful, and he found one on, I guess, like a website, just like eBay or something, but he got it and used it, and it actually ended up absorbing into his skin and into his bloodstream, which that was pretty dangerous, but it actually turned out being helpful to him because it gave him super speed and super strength, and so he is now like this really, really good superhero that can not only run super fast but lift really heavy things, and it's kind of like, yeah, I feel like it's pretty cool. One thing about this drawing that I was kind of trying to figure out was, I know I'm not very good at backgrounds, and I need to practice with those actually, but I knew I was going to have to get a better light source for the kind of shading and stuff, so I could actually get a better feel for where the light was coming from. And so I kind of went with like a generic purple background. That's usually what I go for. Kind of get it more gray and dilute it a little bit. And then I decided to give him a little bit of lightning around his hand, and that's not to say that he actually has like lightning powers that he would be able to blast it, but that's just kind of like a side effect of him going really fast. I guess what it could be is like he generates static electricity when he's running because of, like, you know, maybe his socks rubbing up against the bottoms of his shoes, or his or like just his skin rubbing up against the cloth of his clothing. I don't know, you guys can decide on that, but that makes him generate static electricity more, and kind of I guess he would be able to maybe use it while he's running, like as he's running by something, just like kind of direct it in general direction, and it would kind of like blast it or something, I don't know, but kind of a cool thought. And so I gave him a little bit of lightning around his fist. He's kind of holding his fist like this, up like that, and it's like kind of, you know, balling around his fist a little bit. And yeah, I really like doing lightning too, and I was gonna ask Matthew for his favorite color, but he wouldn't answer, so I went with yellow. But yeah, yellow is actually, I think, a pretty good color to use. Maybe could have gone with blue, but I don't think it really matters. And then what you just saw me doing there is when I was doing the lighting, I obviously blurred the actual lighting bits that were like coming off of the lightning onto his clothing and stuff, and his face and whatnot. And whenever it blurs, it kind of like goes over the lines a little bit, to where it looks like his face or his hand or whatever is literally glowing, and that's not the effect I wanted to go for. So I had to go in with the eraser and erase all the bits that were not where they were supposed to be, and just kind of get it looking a little bit better. And now I'm doing the shading, and obviously I used the shading to kind of direct the light in one specific direction, and then added the shading in where it would normally be as well. And overall, I'm very, very happy with how this drawing turned out. It's probably one of my favorites now that I've actually finished it and everything. I just love the overall design of the character and the pose and all the lighting, and I just think it looks really cool. So hopefully you guys feel the same. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So I'll hit you with the outro and see ya. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's right over here. Hope you guys enjoyed the speed paint and liked the finished product. I am very pleased with it. And if you do like this, then please be sure to leave a like. It always helps me out to know what you guys like and what you don't, and blah 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 blah. All the generic YouTube stuff. Anyway, Matthew, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, I really hope you like the finished product of your superhero. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. So again, leave a like on it if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.